Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? I'm Trendsetta Shady, leader of the division. As y'all know, it's real life, real people, real talk. I'm here today, man. I got some real estate rap with y'all, man. I got a professional here, big CEO, my guy, Shy Fox. He come here, he come to break everything down about the real estate. So get your pen and your paper and all that stuff in tune. Get that stuff in tune. But before we bring him in, briefly, I'm going to touch on a few things. I see that wife and Lucy is on a run for a homicide that happened in Southwest Atlanta. Don't know the situation or the circumstances behind that because it's not enough credible news that has been released for me to touch on it on this platform. But I will tell y'all this, man. If you have the potential to go out and do some harm, then you got the potential to go out and do something good. Just make sure you do that. I'm going to tune my guy in. Give me 1 second. I got to fix his name. So it could be his Instagram name, so you guys can follow him on Instagram. I mean, hey Fox, if you can fix your name down there, go in and change your name to your Instagram name. Hold on, I got it. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. I'm pulling you on right now. Can you hear?
right. Yeah, no doubt. Hear you clear.
Yeah, it's gonna warm up too. So what's your Instagram name? What's that?
At original real estate ballers.
Right. All right. Original real estate
ballers with an S.
Original real estate ballers.
No
Yes,
doubt.
let me take this down. Put us up here. We in the building for real. We ain't even playing on it. So you here on the Shady Show. This is a webcast where we talk about current events affecting urban communities across America and across the world, really, if it hit that big. But one of the biggest things that has ever affected communities, urban communities across America is real estate.
Right.
And people don't understand how powerful real estate owning and being in a real estate game is. It's like it's everything when it comes down to business.
Right.
I'm gonna step out. You know what platform you on, so you know this is our platform at this point. Once I let you on our platform, my platform is our platform. I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the people briefly, let them know who you is, where you're from, and what you have going on, and then from there we can walk it down.
All right. So I'm gonna take it from the top. So professionally, I go by Fox. You know what I'm saying? I'm from New York City, originally born Washington Heights. I went to school in a town called Newburgh, about 60 miles from Manhattan. Definitely got my start in business in the street, which again, we don't glorify that, but at the same time, that shit taught me more about money and human behavior than any other experience.
Survival economics.
Word up, but also the way people treat you, what money really is, whose moral fabric is serious. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody loved drugs, but everybody loved the money. Motherfuckers that know you sell dope will still do business with you. You feel me? And I was 13, 14 getting it, so I got to see that. But from there, you know what I mean? Through the grace of God, I got a record deal. I've had a few record deals, but major labels, publishing deal, got me some bread in my pocket. And I took that money and bubbled into my first business, right?
Right.
So my first business I ever opened.
Hold on, before you get to that first business, you said you had a record deal.
Yeah.
So man, you know you can't skip over that with a rapper.
You feel me? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm not 100% comfortable talking about myself. I like to talk about the information.
No, it's cool, but at the same time, I want the viewer to be able to connect with you, and I want them to be able to know your story. Because believe it or not, they listen.
All right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
So when you growing up in Washington Heights, you a kid, you rapping, it's hip hop is in your life at this point, and you probably growing up in the golden era too, right? It's something different.
Well, no, listen. At this point, I'm up in Newburgh, right?
Okay.
So people think Newburgh is the sticks. Nah, Newburgh got a higher body count than Philly, bro. That shit active over there.
Right.
Active, right? So that's why I'm actually growing up in the street.
Right.
During the era, the younger people don't know, but during the era of Tawana Brawley, you know, she claimed that the police had raped her. A couple cops committed suicide. Al Sharpton was up there. So now the mainstream media came up to Newburgh and they deemed the shit crack alley. Because there was only 23,000 people in the city of Newburgh, and there was millions and millions of dollars running through there every day, man, because it was a hub. People were coming from all over. So a lot of negative connotation about Newburgh. It ain't really much change. It's a bullshit city with bullshit government. My homeboy is actually the mayor. You know, we go at it all the time. I don't like his politics, but he's a good dude. Outside of that, he's
Right.
a good dude. You feel me?
Yeah, dope. Yeah.
All right. So the record deal. So I'm just looking for a way out, right? I'm approaching 18. I've been in the game for a minute, and I'm like, all right, the felony's about to get serious. If I get popped right now, I'm gonna fall under the Rockefeller laws, and I'm gonna do a whole stretch, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to find alternative bread before I turn 18 to keep it a buck on how I think. So again, a lot of luck in my life, man. There's been a lot of execution, but a lot of luck. So my cousin was a famous DJ.
All
my
right.
cousin, he knew Todd Terry and Kenny Dope and Little Louis Vega and all them guys. So I
Who's your cousin?
My cousin name is Benji Candelario.
Okay, famous DJ over there.
Big. He still DJs now. He's in his 50s, but he's still
right. Yeah, that house thing's something different.
Yeah, it's different, B. So he introduced me to Todd Terry, and Todd was definitely more of a street dude, right?
Right.
All them other guys were like what you would think of dance, you know, DJ. Todd was more street. First of all, he was black. All them other guys Puerto Rican. So he kind of thugged out. So he feeling me. He like, oh shit. And all I did was talk shit about dance music. And, you know, I was shit on all them house motherfuckers, all that. He liked that. So we start working together. So it's very easy for me to get meetings. You feel me? Because he's already famous.
Right.
I guess the biggest record he would have done back then is Jungle Brothers, Girl, I'll House You, right? He did that record. He did tremendous hits, but at that moment in the late 80s, that was his big record.
That was the big one.
Yeah. So it was easy for me to get deals, man. It's easy for me to get in front of
No, that's dope. Yeah.
Clive Davis, all that. Because a lot of people are like, well, how the fuck did you shop your package? I'm like, dude was already famous. We just walked in the meeting. So definitely had a few different deals, got some bread, but the major deal came from Capitol. This is right around the time MC Hammer was going bankrupt. So Capitol was fucked up. My whole album was Jimi Hendrix samples. We couldn't get them cleared because the family was fighting over that shit. So the deal fizzles out on Capitol, but I come out and do some independent shit, made videos, etc. I got a lot of play around the tri-state areas, no question. But it wasn't moving fast enough, and I didn't have no control, bro. Right. I was born with the entrepreneurial spirit, right?
Right.
And definitely as a young man who put all my trust in somebody older than me that I really loved and admired. And still to this day, I love and admire him. But the paperwork wasn't right, bro. You feel me?
Right.
Like I was really going all out as a youngster, and the paperwork was basically like a 75-25. I wasn't with that. You know?
Well, I mean, and was you established? I mean, at that time, was you an established artist?
No, I was not. But at the same time, that wasn't the verbal agreement. You see?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now that's something different because.
And not to mention, I don't mind 75-25, but not my publishing. I'm the one writing the shit. You're not going to take, I'm giving you your publishing. Feel me?
Right.
I'm saying take 100% on that side, but give me mine. So even at a major label, right, they would try to take half. But now you're talking about taking 75%. Like, what the fuck? I wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? I wasn't, and I knew it wasn't going to be right because my heart wasn't in it.
Right.
So, you know, I manned up and I walked away, but I'm going to tell you, that was probably top 3 hardest decisions of my life.
And what record label was that?
This is Capitol. When I started, it started to fizzle. And then, again, for the older heads that watch, there was a record called Freeze Records. No, Fresh. That Nice and Smooth was on. EPMD started on that. Steezo, a bunch of artists. And then it transitioned into Freeze. And the biggest, and people don't know this, the biggest fucking artist on Freeze Records ever was Jay-Z. Reasonable Doubt came out on Freeze Records.
Whoa.
To this day, if you look at it, it says Freeze Priority.
Dang.
So I was on that label, and the president was Will Sokoloff. You know what I mean? Jewish cat, same old story. You know the vibe. You know how that go.
Yeah. No, I ain't hit that level yet, but I heard the stories.
Yeah, it's ugly at that level, man. When you're not dealing with your own, at least with your own, we know how to argue with each other. We could work some shit out. When you're dealing with the other side, they don't look at us as human. It's nothing to them. So I walked away. I manned up. I walked away. Very difficult, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I did walk away with bread. So
they had Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Silk the Shocker, NWA. Yeah. Oh, no, they had Rockefeller. Let me see.
Yeah, Rockefeller was signed to Freeze, 1996. You can check it out.
Freeze Records. It said right here. It said right here. It say Freeze Records. 3 releases: Reasonable Doubt, the cassette, They released it again, and then they released it in 96, 96, and 2004. So they ain't letting that shit go. He don't own that.
Yeah, Jay
Jay
own it now though. Jay got that shit now.
got it now.
Yeah, he got that shit.
Oh, all right. I already say he must don't own that. They keep re-releasing
Nah,
it.
he owned that shit, bro. Believe that. That him and Dame and Big fell out over that. Jay said y'all can have the whole shit. I'm leaving with reasonable doubt. They said, fuck that. That's ours. He said, no, fuck y'all.
Dang.
I'm leaving. Listen, Dame tell the story better than me, man. That was their company. Dame be telling the story all the time about reasonable doubt.
Word.
That was like all of their baby, man. Feel me?
Right.
Everyone feels like they are part of that. But bro, that's Jigga's best work, man. The evils, regrets. Come on, man. Mean.
22
Gotta
twos.
own that.
Yeah, he got shit on there. What's up, King Hazy? Look, check this out, right? You going out, you say you take that money, you go through some things in the industry. I don't want to skip over them, but I want to get to why you really here, right? You go through some things in the industry. What you come out with at the all that is you come out with money to invest into real estate.
Not real estate yet.
Not real estate. What you do?
So the first thing I do is I open a business called Fat Beats, PHAT, right? This was my own concept. I said, I'm going to bring in the youth with the music because now I'm coming fresh out the music biz. I still know everybody and I know what's popping, right?
Right.
So I filled a whole store with mixtapes. I'm talking about hundreds of mixtapes, even though the only people we really selling is like Clue, Envy, Dog Time, Rello and J Dell, all that, Juice, all that, right? That's who we sell, but we got hundreds of them. But once you in the store, and I had like a nightclub vibe. When you walked in there, you couldn't even hear motherfuckers. That's how loud I had the music.
Right.
When you get in there, we got beepers and we got cell phones, but because I'm a street dude, there's no name exchange. Right. So I had the hustlers on deck. Nobody had prepaid cellular phone in '96. Not one person.
So you was one of the first people that jumped on that prepaid cell phone.
But let me break it down how I'm a historian with it. The name of the company was called OmniPoint. Then it was Voice Stream. Today it's T-Mobile, bro.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
T-Mobile started has hood beginnings. So you would come into my store, you get this little Ericsson phone with a prepaid card, and I already had it hooked up with a number. You didn't have to give me no name. Motherfuckers looking at me like, hold up, you ain't got to run my credit? You ain't nothing, bro. I don't even need your name. Same thing with the beeper. The beeper, I sold it with a year on it. When the year is up, come in and pay or throw it out and buy another one. Right. So I destroyed them.
Was you first person running with that service, or did you start the service?
There was nobody that had the prepaid. You could get it in the Bronx, but that's it.
Right. So did you have you the person who started the service, not the company? Like
I didn't start the company. I got into it through people in the industry. They were like, "Yo, man, you're in the urban space."
So far. Yeah, you was back so far. You went back with OmniPoint.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I was already selling beepers through a company called AirPager, right?
Okay.
So when you have corporate contacts, right? Corporate contacts don't have many urban stores. And when they do, rarely do they have a connection because I'm street and I'm corporate. I connected to a lot of people. So when an urban product came up, I was the first person they thought of because they know they can't market that in the malls, right?
Right.
They know they can't market that at Radio Shack in '96, but they like, yo, this dude could sell it. So they would give it to me first.
Yeah,
and that's how I bubble from that.
No, I can see that. King Tony, I don't really think we had prepaid cell phones in that capacity right there. So at least like I want to say close to 99, 98, 98.
Find before 96. They were still in the test phase.
Yeah,
because the stores didn't have the cards. There was nowhere to buy time.
I remember him being in Philly. Like 99, 98. Anything before that was Motorola.
Yeah.
Anything before that was Motorola or like Sprint. Other than that, like 99, they popped out with all these motherfucking prepaid cell phones.
Yeah. By that time, it was lit. By that time, you already had Nextel.
Yeah, so
I'm talking even prior to Nextel. The only thing moving, bro, back in 96, meaning a big company, was Verizon. They had the best service, everything, because they had the most towers.
King Hazy said his phone was Audio Vox.
Audio Vox, no doubt. We used to sell them joints.
Yeah, see,
No
see,
doubt.
they going back on you. So they definitely going.
Listen, Nokia, Ericsson, Audio Vox, all that. We fucked with all that.
Ain't no doubt. So look, I'm reading the comments too. I got the comments
no.
over here, so I'm reading the comments, keeping them on point. But nonetheless, so you got your entrepreneurial spirit. Boom, you going. So you take it from cell phones and beepers to what? Because now you booming. You got whole New York coming at you. You got the whole New York coming at you. You the man. I already know how I go when you get a phone store. You the man. Everybody your friend. All the hustlers want to know you on a first name basis. Everybody want top priority. Everybody want. I know how I feel when I go in the phone store. I want to feel like a boss. I want to feel like a king. I just how I feel. Want to feel when I go in any store. I want you to know that I'm spending all my money right here, and I fuck with you for what you got going on. I want to know you fuck with me in the same capacity, if not better. You feel what I'm saying? I want to feel like a king when I come in here. So you got all the players. Now we talking about New York, pre-new millennium New York. We talking about the epicenter of hip hop. Dude, this shit popping off. If it ain't the West Coast, it's the East Coast. And at the time, the East Coast is New York. Right. So you got this shit popping off, right? You got everybody coming to your stores. What's the vibe like?
So the vibe, because remember, this is my hometown and I already got a street rep. So I'm already first name basis with everybody. But to your point, it was the level of trust, right? So motherfuckers knew, God forbid somebody come in there, they want to subpoena shit, I'll burn the store down before I cooperate with anybody. They know that.
Word.
Feel me? So to your point, they feel that connection when they walk in. They know I'm good with son. You know what I mean? Son not gonna do nothing crazy.
Yeah, facts.
So a lot of trust. People spent their bread with me. All that's feeling good. To answer the second part of your question, you said, okay, now what do you do with it? So I realized the kind of money, and I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna blow some minds in a minute. I realized the kind of money that's in communications, right?
Let me pause.
If this is my first store, right? My first store is in the hood.
Let me pause you for 1 second. Pardon me, and I apologize. I am freezing. I got this window open and I'm sitting by it. I can't even hide it. I got to go put a hood on. Now, hold on for 1 second.
All right, all right.
Yeah, I'm back. My bad, bro.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, but I'm listening, though.
All right. So I was saying, where was I at with that?
You was letting me know you was ready to bust the doors off. You was ready to let us know about the financial breakdown.
Oh, yeah, the financial breakdown. So I'm doing good with the communications. I see the kind of money that's in it, even though I'm only selling prepaid. So I'm not caking, but I'm caking, right? Because a store in the hood, people don't realize. And again, without drugs in the street, you ain't got no hood economy. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. So the drugs is moving, but for your average ticket to be $200,000-300,000 in basically, your average ticket $200-300 in a bodega community where people got $1 and they can get chips and a drink. That's a tall order. So when I said to myself, man, if I'm killing them like this in year one, I need to get some of that suburban money.
Right.
So I start hunting for locations in the burbs to do phones, right? Because like I said, I'm a chameleon. And at this point, I'm not tatted up. People think I did time. They think I got tatted up as a kid. I got tatted up when I hit 7 figures. Because I said, fuck, motherfucker, you can't do nothing to me now.
Right.
So I'm looking for spots in the suburb. And there was a franchise back in the day called the Car Phone Store. It's called the Wireless Zone now. And they were a Verizon franchise. So I approached the owner. He going through a divorce. You know, like I said, there's a lot of luck, man. When lightning struck for me, I'm smart, but it's a lot of luck. And I want people to understand that, man. When I talk about my story, certain shit got to line up for the shit to pop. So he going through a divorce. He ready to take peanuts. So I take this store from him. And the people who listen to this, I want y'all to do the math on this. I take this store from him for like 30,000 or something, maybe 60. I can't remember. But he's doing 44 lines a month, right? He's doing 44 lines a month. And at that time, Verizon is paying $360 a line, right? So that's $15.84. right?
Yeah.
I take over the store with my campaign of promoting, plus what the franchise is doing, because it's a franchise, so they promoting too. And I said, yo, I took it over in November of '97. I opened my first business October '96, November '97. I said the new bar is 200 lines. At 360, that's 72,000 a month. I said that's our new bar. If we ain't doing that, we closing the fucking store. Bro, I did them 200 lines for like 2-3 years. But here's what happened. And I don't blame them because I'm a businessman. I take, you know what I mean? I take my L's where they supposed to be taken. So Verizon sees this, not only me, but other motherfuckers who's getting it, right? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers getting it. Verizon says, why the fuck should we let these little motherfuckers get rich? So what they do is they switch to digital. Now, digital, I was paying $40 for a phone. I was paying about 50 cents for the charger, 50 cents for the case. Mm-hmm. You walk in my store, I give you everything for free. They giving me $360, so now I'm at $320 profit, right?
No.
They come out with digital.
You're at 310.
What's that?
You're at 310.
All right. So now it's digital, and they charging now $400 or $500 for the product.
Oh no!
Right. So not $40 no more. So now we got to charge the customer. We got to take the L, and there's about 100, 200 left over, right? But hang on, that wasn't the only thing they did. Then they started opening up corporate stores next to all the independent guys like myself. Then they start saying, if you want your phone repaired, you got to bring the phone back to the corporate store only.
Wow.
So now they're driving business away. So by this time, though, I got 13 locations. I bundle them up and I sell them because I see that shit is dead. And since then, the whole cell phone game has been more corporate profit, not independent. You can't get rich off opening a phone store anymore if that's your only business.
No, you can. Now, I'm going to tell you how.
So,
all right. So now the way the phone business is all black market it's all black market right back to the consumer. You feel what I'm saying? Phone stores gonna buy phones on the black market or just off the street. They're gonna make sure they ain't got no make sure no company lock on it, and they're gonna flip the phone, they're gonna open it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a market for it because right now, at this particular moment, I'm sitting on, and it's crazy that you said that. But right now, just in your face, I got 5 phones in your face.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's always a market when they gotta go. There's always a market for it. You always can get some money back off something, whether it's $10, $15, $20, $100. You always can get something back, and then that goes back into the sale. Because even if you can't sell phones here in America, then you could go ahead and you could find somebody that's outside of America that you could do business with, and it's a big market for phone stores.
No, ain't no question. But
in that sense,
right? And that's what I'm saying. What I'm talking about is this: if you wanted to open, let's pretend T-Mobile franchised right now. They would tell you it's $300,000-$400,000 to build the store out because it has to have the corporate look, right? Yeah. It has to be according to their specs.
They're doing it like that in all territories. Like out here, it's nothing like back east. Out here, it's all corporate shit pretty much. You feel what I'm saying? T-Mobile, Verizon, Boost Mobile, Sprint. Well, I ain't even see no Sprint stores too much. But
now Sprint is dead. Sprint is T-Mobile now. They closed the stores.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even know that. But I will tell you this. Back in a market like Philly, where people don't have, for the exact same reason you bubbled before, is the exact same reason other people was bubbling now. People don't have credit. They scared of credit. Listen, people that live in poverty are scared to get a credit check because they know even the credit check is going to affect their score. So they scared and they discouraged. They get to the line, they say, you want me to run your credit? Person never had nothing in their life. They still going to say no because the credit thing is a big thing. So if you go walk in the store now and buy a phone without giving them too much besides money, they gonna do it. And that's where these phone stores win at. They win right there. On top of that, they find ways to get new products and open them up and unlock them. So it's a market for it. It's not the same market.
Right. All I'm saying is when I did it, it was clean and you can make $1 million a year fairly easy. Now you got to work for it. Like there's no company out there that's paying you $360 commission. That's really my only point.
No. Oh
You
yeah.
gotta
So,
find that niche and run
so
with it.
to your point, I think I need to say that the game changed. What happened is they don't get the money off the service no more. They get the money off the phone.
You
The
got it.
game changed. It flipped. It's not about how much money they can get off providing service
Right.
no more.
Yep.
That's cool. They're gonna get their little coins, their little ones and twos right there. But now the game is the phone, the resale. It's like
Yeah.
sneakers. It's a resale thing. So that's what, to your point, I get what you're saying. You're
Yeah.
not gonna get the money if you would have had it like that back then, like it was a phones in abundance back then. Because back then it wasn't phones in abundance around like that. So you didn't even have to worry about something like that.
But listen, to your point, we still did moves like you saying. Like, for example, I got a bunch of Qualcomm phones that were Sprint product that no one wanted. They was bogey as shit. But overseas, they paid a grip of money for it. And there was no internet, bro. This is straight phone calls, placing ads. You get the bread wired, ship them shits out. So even back then, it was going on in different markets. But, you know, like you said, it flipped. It went from service-based profit to product-based profit.
Yeah, and it's there. You just gotta hustle. But so when you come out of that, because you ain't feeling that hustle no more, what's your next move?
So again, luck. So I got some, basically, man, to make a long story short, because I cut right to the chase. I keep it
Oh,
real.
you ain't gotta make a long story
No,
short.
I'm just saying in reference to giving up info, like I get involved with some dudes with some mob ties, right? Some strong people that take me under the wing, and they have access to get locations in the malls, right? So the malls are very expensive rent, all that, and you would think that there's no competition because who the fuck gonna pay them rents and how do you make money? Bro, is the competition is crazy. People wait years for a location. So I have an opportunity to open a pretzel franchise. You know, like Annie Ann's in that be in the mall, the fresh pretzels.
Right.
People don't know what kind of bread is in that business. So one of these guys has the line on a location. He says, yo, if you want to pull it off, you build the shit, all that, I'll get you the lease, we'll split the bread. Now I'm young and I'm hungry. I would never split bread with nobody like that today, putting in all the work and all the money. But I knew I couldn't get the location. So this is in Westchester, New York. So I opened my first pretzel joint and that shit explodes, bro. Literally explodes.
So what it was called again?
Pretzel Time was this particular one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretzel Time. Dang.
Pretzel Time. So it was under the Mrs. Fields Cookies umbrella.
Okay. So you got quality shit going on. Yeah. You got quality ingredients. This shit popping.
All that. So I go out to Utah, right? I do the training for 14 days. You know, Utah is a very Mormon community. So that was some different shit. Like everything closed at 9. You needed like a pass to get in the bars and shit. So this is an important part of the story later. So when I'm done with Utah, instead of going home, I go to Vegas to wild out. Because I'm like in this spiritual shit. I need to detox from that shit.
Right.
But anyway, so I get into the
Yeah.
All right, so I get into the pretzel business. It explodes, and I try to start getting new locations, right? Okay. But it can't happen because I'm late to the game. Like people been selling pretzels like 10, 20 years already. All the best locations are taken. And if they're not taken, there's a waiting list, right?
Right.
So I start to learn the game. Like you can't just be an independent guy without power and get it. So a big company like Mrs. Fields, they'll go to the mall and they'll say, yo, the next 50 locations across the country, we want first dibs on it. So they're not going to call somebody like me, a guy that got one joint at the time. So that becomes a struggle. But I continue in the food franchise business. I open a franchise called Ranch One, which was a grilled chicken franchise.
Okay.
All kind of franchises, man, until I finally get to Subway. That's the biggest one I ever dealt with, and I developed them. But as a caveat to the story,
you how many Subways you had?
I had 3 at one time.
Man, I gotta get a part 2 and a part 3 with you. This shit crazy. Go ahead, though, man.
Yeah. So I had 3 at one time, but again, I had 18 businesses total at the same time during this time, right?
You got 18 different streams of revenue coming in.
Yeah, coming in. And with no regional manager, no nothing. Just me. I'm running the whole show. My sister's a CPA. She kept all my books legit. And you know what I mean? I would run the plays. So, but also I wanted to mention, so in between all this shit, I get a hair up my ass. I hate New York. Let's go to Vegas.
Right.
So I packed my whole family up, go to Vegas. Now, again, in full disclosure, My wife at the time, she's a school teacher and a specialist. It's easy for her to get a job anywhere. She was sought after, right? Because I want people to know the reality. Like, you don't just pick up your family and move and everything work out. It don't.
Yeah, I'm going through that now, and I got a song about that. It's called Memory Lane. It's called. I'm gonna give you a little bit of the lyrics, not to cut you off, but to stay on topic. It say, "Me and my family packed the house and moved from Memory Lane right to Glory Road. We learned to let go of the pain. Wifey in the air, like, babe, I know that you've changed more than locations, patience. Things gonna be okay. Like." All right, I'm uncertain. I'm used to putting work in. I ain't used to just working. You know what I mean? Unfocused sometimes, focused sometimes, shit blurry. Fuck it. Long as the picture perfect. When we move out these situations, we know that because of the things that we did in life and the consequences that we and repercussions from our actions, we know that we slimmed up our chances. We know that we go somewhere. It's hard for us to get a job. If a person find a job in Philly for $10, $15, he in his head, that's the best thing going on because he ain't never, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like we move to these situations in these towns because, like myself, you've lived all over this country, and I can honestly say I've lived on the East Coast, I've lived in the Southwest, I've lived in the West, I've lived in the South, and out of me living all these different places and experiencing all these different cultures, the thing that I understand the best is if you could struggle in one place, you could struggle in the next. Just keep it pushing, enjoy the ride.
No doubt.
Because it's been a ride with me. I'm going to have money with or without Philadelphia. I'm going to live and die with or without Philadelphia. So I got to get up and I got to get, and I'm a dip in and out Philadelphia, but I ain't going to make being in Philadelphia the centerpiece of my life. That's not where my life is at. If I'm going to make being anywhere the centerpiece of my life, is going to be Mecca.
Right.
So if I'm going to go anywhere and make that place the centerpiece of my life, it's going to be Mecca, or it's going to be an Islamic country where I got myself together and my family together. And this ain't a problem. And the social media isn't a problem. And my life is going to be centered around worshiping God. I would never center my life around location wise, based around a group of people or and nothing like that. That's not how my life is set up. And I'm pretty sure that's not how yours set up either.
That's a fact. That's inspiring what you said, man, because I thought about that many times. Like, because I'm in the final stages, man. I'm 10 years from retirement, man. I'm about to cash out. So when I see my retirement, I can see myself in an Islamic country because it's easy to align myself with God, man. There's a lot of distractions here, man, in the wilderness.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's like, let me explain something to you, man. I enjoyed a certain type of peace in this religion that I ain't never find nowhere else. And even though I don't enjoy that peace right now, it was better than any high. It was better than any relationship that I had with an individual, a person, a homie, my wife, my mom, my dad. My relationship that I had with God was stronger and purer and more fulfilling than I had with anybody else. And wherever else I had discrepancies at with other people's relationships with me, then I was able to fill that void with the relationship that I had with God. So when my relationship with God decreased, when my relationship with God diminished, my relationship with people diminished. And I understood that. So that's why I stay to myself as much as I can, because I know that it's not really going to work out. If you're not right with God, you're not going to be right with self. And if you're not going to be right with self, you're not going to be right with other people. So I only deal with people in like from a distance. I deal with you up close, but I deal with you physically from a distance because we need to put some space between us so we can get ourselves together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to say that. Like, I just wanted to touch on, I know what it's like being in a space where you have to start over, and you have to start over, and it's grind time. You're gonna be cool because you're not a bum. Your wife gonna carry you because you did what you need to do for her, and if she real, she gonna do what she need to do for y'all. So your wife gonna carry, and then you gonna go out there and you gonna make all the motherfucking moves that you can make to get back on top. And as long as you got the right personnel around you doing that, you're gonna be cool. My mistake is I had the wrong people around me, so I wasn't cool. Everything I worked for, I lost. I ain't walk away with nothing except a couple pairs of sneakers, and that's okay. I do what I need to do. I stay humble and I keep grinding because it's right around the corner. But go ahead, man. Let me know how you
so
feeling.
I just want to say how insightful you were, because I didn't even say that I had fallen off when I moved to Vegas, but generally that's what happened. I still have bread though. This was after 9/11. See, 9/11, with all them businesses I had, a lot of them was personal guarantees, and there was big money rent. The rent was 12, 13, 17,000 a month, right? And I was paying them shits out of pocket to maintain, you know, in the name of it's about to turn around and shit. So I moved to Vegas. I'm not going to say I was chasing real estate because I wasn't a real estate investor yet, but I knew the wave was out there. So I said, let me go out there, get in the franchise game, and I'll do real estate as I learn. So again, back to luck. I can't overemphasize. You do need some fucking lightning in this shit.
Yeah.
I go to Vegas. I got limited bread, but I still got bread. So I buy the big crib because I think who the fuck I am. All things I would not do now. But I got 5,000 square feet on the golf course. You in AZ, you know the vibe.
Yeah, I know the vibe.
Guard gated, all that fly. Right?
Let me show you something. It's a golf course. Over there.
Yeah.
Right on the other side of this gate is a golf course.
No doubt. So you know that living out there. I love that shit, by the way.
You know the vibes.
So I'm living out there. Wifey got a job, so I ain't worried about health insurance and shit, right? And I'm exploring real estate. First person I meet, though, is the person who sold me the crib. Happened to be a great person. She put me to people. But in the meantime, I buy a franchise because I need some bread.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do the
you a boss, so you understand. You bought that franchise, you bought a block. You need somewhere to hang at. You ain't really hang in the house.
Know.
That's what I do. Everywhere I go, I buy a business because I need something to do. I'm not ready to sit here and sit in the house. I'm going to get me a business. I'm going to figure this shit out. And if we need to move, I'm going to collapse it. But yeah, that's what I do too, man. I'll be figuring that shit out, bro.
Word out. So
buy the block.
I'm trying to open a pretzel joint, but the rents are a little high. I don't see the traffic like New York. So I get a commercial cleaning business. And again, the name of that franchise is called Coverall. Long story short, the contracts I get are casinos, specialty floors, whatever is good bread. I put the team together. I send them out at night. You know, I'm a family man. I'm asleep 10, 11 o'clock if I'm not partying. And they did the shit. They got a problem. They just text me. We handle it.
Yeah.
So now I got income, real income coming in. And the first motherfuckers I meet in real estate, and again, to entrepreneurs up and coming, if you don't play golf, learn the cigar culture. Motherfuckers with bread is in the cigar lounges. Trust me.
Okay, yeah, they in the cigar.
I'm in cigar clubs, LA, Dallas, Las Vegas, New York, Miami. I'm telling you, the bread is in there. If you don't play golf, if you play golf, do you? It's out there too. I don't play golf. So I meet these cats, man. They Mexican. They look like European Mexican, tall ass motherfuckers, whatever. But I see they blinged out. I see they want to be thugs. You know what I mean? I'm the real thing. They want to be. So they vibing to me. But listen, let me explain this too. Nobody's vibing with me till I bring out my toys. I went to Vegas. I said, I got the big crib. I'm going to be humble. I'm going to buy a family car. I ain't wearing no jewelry no more. You know what I mean? I'm a kid.
They ain't trying to see that. Ain't nobody trying to bring their money out for a broke nigga. You gotta show up. You gotta bust out. That's your resume. You know what's up, man. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying.
That was the wrong move in Vegas.
Listen, man, listen, I don't even play like that. That's why I don't come out. Because listen, I know if I don't know about these other guys, but I can't come out with a pair of Balenciagas, a couple pairs of jeans, a couple shirts, and think it's cool. When I bust out, I gotta bust out. I gotta bust out. They know I gotta bust out. So if I can't bust out, I'ma just stay chill. I'm cool. Like they don't even know how to bust out for real. Yeah. They don't even know what it's like. They don't even man, goddamn. Bro, yeah, so you have to bring the toys out. Go ahead.
So I'm in this cigar club. I ain't getting no love. I can't even get conversation. So I said, all right, I'm going to ship the 600 from back home because I left the 600 at the crib. I got the Brabus shit, kitted out, all that.
Right, Brabus. You ain't even got the AMG.
Send the shit out.
Yeah. Bring
the rollies out, all that. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody know me first day. Oh, that's you outside? Oh, I ain't never seen that. Blase blah. Opens up the door. And I said to myself, man, I played myself for 3 months out here trying to be humble. That ain't even me. So the first cats I meet in the real estate, these European Mexican looking brothers, they happen to be in the seminar game, bro. But they not teaching.
Right.
The big boys is coming to town.
Right.
Robert Kiyosaki, Robert Allen, Russ Whitney, and they preaching that we got all the niche markets bullshit. And when the people bite, now they really need the property. So my people was in fulfillment.
Right.
So long story short, they reel me in. They go, bro, you sharp. I like the way you move. You could do the mortgages. So within
Okay.
a couple months, bro, I had my own mortgage company. We touching an incredible amount of deals. We talking about like from them seminars, within 90 days of when someone like Robert Kiyosaki would speak, there could be 300 houses under contract. So 300 cribs, 300 mortgages. And we touching all that. So we talking about the millions.
Yeah, crushing.
That's what I mean. Like I stepped in shit. How the fuck was those the first guys I met?
No, because you put yourself quality of life. You knew not to hang at the store with the blunts. You knew to hang at the stores with the cigars. Indeed. It's about quality of life. Everything I heard. Yeah.
You have to have the smarts, like you saying, the wherewithal, but there's also got to be lightning. Because in a town like Vegas, I could have got with some swindlers.
You could have, yep.
Because that's an ugly town, like Florida. There's Swindle City out
there. Like California, like Los Angeles. They better recognize they in Hollywood. They keep going out there for them palm trees. Shout out to Los Angeles. Los Angeles got some of the smartest, most conniving individuals I ever met in my life.
Straight up.
And you got some true individuals over there. They solid, 100,000%. But they is smart and they don't get the credit they deserve. People keep forgetting them dudes over there in Cali is finessing a check. They over there, they eating off the music industry, they eating off the film industry, they finding a way, they finessing the cars, they jugging the Airbnbs, they waiting for people to come over. They know when you get off the plane, you need weed, you want exotic backwoods, they got all that shit. And people better stop taking them people for granted. They better stop going down to Atlanta thinking them people in Atlanta slow. You better stop traveling around this country thinking that your city is the only city that do it how you do it, because you're gonna get done quickly.
That shit is from the 80s, bro. In the 80s, when New York had the title, we would get off the plane and we would get treated like that. We would get treated like, oh, we slow, y'all move fast. Them days is over, Jack. Everybody moving at the speed of lightning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You be left naked in one of them motherfucking cities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Word up.
They're dirty. You know, we got gangsters everywhere on every block, every city, and every corner of every town. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But yeah, I'm listening to OG.
All right, so Bond. So I get in the seminar business and I learn the seminar business from the inside out, right? Because we in fulfillment. So we see that it's very predatory. You understand? The way they pitch the seminars, they hire actors. The actors know how to pull on your emotions. The actors get paid a percentage of the education board. So I didn't know it was a nefarious plot until I'm 10 feet deep in it. And my only job is to find them housing and to do the financing. But I learned that it's other. So again, now 08 hits, right? 08 hits and real estate's fucked up. But I learned the game. But at this time is when I actually found Real Estate Ballers. I found the company in 06. And here was what I had for Real Estate Ballers.
You 14 years in with this consistency.
Yeah. Right. So check it out.
You about 20 years in on business. You 14 years in now, but at the time you like 20 years in on business.
Right, on business. So there's no internet. There's no ordering shit online. So it's still TV commercials. So my concept is Real Estate Ballers. I'm going to show the lifestyle that we live, like celebrity lifestyle.
Okay.
But I want the youth to see there is black and brown people doing this. So I'm going to go to Atlanta and get with T.I. I'm going to go to Texas and get with Slim Thug. And I was trying to get Sir Mix-a-Lot because I knew he was in real estate too. So I want to film, put the shit on DVD and sell it just like Smack DVDs, right? So we reaching out to people, it's moving. I start actually filming and shit, right? I'm good in front of camera. I'll be talking my shit. But then the crash happens and it doesn't materialize, right? No one gives a fuck about real estate no more.
Right.
I put it to rest and I go back to what I know, franchising.
Right.
That's when I start to develop Subways, Real Estate Ballers in the background, but I'm still buying properties here and there to buy myself income, right?
Okay.
So fast forward 2012, I go through my divorce. You know, Nevada's a 50-50 default state, so your wife gets half. So there's no way I'm going to divorce the woman but be in business with her. I liquidate all the franchises. You understand? Because they're going to make her a partner.
Right, so you give it a 50-50. What I mean, was she with you shooting in the gym?
Yeah, she was shooting in the gym, but not like that, bro.
All right.
Not like that. First of all, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't come from that.
Right.
I don't come from if you shooting in the gym like you deserve 150 million because I was born with the gift. You was born with the box. You didn't have no box, we wouldn't be in a relationship.
Right.
That's just me. I keep it a bundle. You feel me?
So if she had the bag, you would respect. If she came or contributed to the bag, you would respect that, right?
Factory. Like if she
I
came
mean,
from money,
was you
if she came, if she
was
came
you able
from
to
money,
was you able to have children with her?
I got 4 children with her. You already know.
Was she able to raise them kids?
She was working. So I mean, she raised them, but so did I, because I was the entrepreneur. I was the one with the time on my hands.
Because I was trying to figure out what else could she do to contribute to you being successful outside
Well,
of money
let me, you know what?
that would deserve
You a smart brother.
monetary
How about this?
compensation. Yeah.
How about when I was paying all the bills while she was in school getting her degree? How about being motherfucking grateful? How about cheering me on? How about not telling me every goddamn business I got? Oh, here goes another one. Less time at home. What I'm saying is she was a nag through the whole process, but
She
didn't
milked
nag
you.
spending the money.
Okay, yeah.
See what I'm
I
saying?
get it. Yeah, that's your position. Yeah, no, I
So
get your position.
I'm a little bit jaded about that. I don't want to get it twisted for anyone that's going to watch this. I'm not a woman hater, basher. It was just a bit of a toxic relationship. And this is a woman who has a PhD in early child development. So I thought I would get more intellectual back and forth from her than what she was given. Her shit was very immature, very one-sided, very toxic and negative. So I'm a little bitter. I didn't feel she deserved shit, but I'm also a stand-up dude because I didn't take nothing from her either.
Right.
In Nevada, her retirement was half mine, and there was significant 6 figures in there. And of course, I dubbed it because I'm a man. You don't take from a woman. That's how I came up. You know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You could have took that. Everything guy gets split. It's 50-50 all the way.
Exactly. Default.
And you could have came out. So you end up splitting 50% of your stuff, but never took none of hers.
Right. So that's what I did. I liquidated my shit, and that's when I got back into real estate. My best. Yeah. That's when I get back into real estate full time.
Right.
And I start buying properties. You know, like I said, buying income, man. That's my shit. It's like how much money you need to make a month to live, how much money is it going to take to buy that, and then how do you leverage the bank's money to get that? That's what I'm all about, man. Financial literacy, we need it. They hide it from us deliberately.
So with now you go through your divorce, you come out of your divorce, you still got real estate ballers, you got half of what you went in, probably less than that when you come out, when you look at legal fees and all that type of stuff. So you got half of what you went in, less than that. Where you at now, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, if you don't mind disclosing that, spiritually, like physically, because that shit take a toll on you. I went through a divorce, so I know that shit took me from having all the weight on me to looking gaunt, looking like a skeleton. So I know what stress can do. I know what hurt can do. I know what disappointment can do. I know what regret, anguish, all that shit can do to a person when they feeling all those things, stress at one time, and they dealing with having the world on their back and still having to carry. So what did that do to you when you was in that space?
All right, that's a terrific question, bro, because when it comes to divorce, there's a narrative in this country that when a man gets divorced, he ran off with the secretary, he getting that young pussy, and he done left his wife and children. That's the narrative. Like somehow the man is going to come up.
It's common, though.
It's common, but it ain't real because they don't talk about the emotional effect. First of all, I was naive enough to think that my divorce was going to be amicable because we had talked about it. I thought it was. It was not. It's important to say I had 4 children with this woman. I was with her 26 years, and they were all girls, right?
Right.
So when we get divorced, I'm back in New York. I'm back in New York to gather myself. They're still living in Nevada. I'm going back and forth. She doesn't allow me in the house to see the children. I get visitation. She denies me. Every court case, I'm going back and forth on a plane, back and forth on a plane. The lawyer fees is killing me.
That's how it was.
I can't see my
Not
kids.
with my wife, but with my son, yeah.
I can't see my kids because she's saying no, even though the courts say yes. And the courts will not penalize her for defying a court order. If you're a man and you defy a court order, you're definitely getting 30 days. They're not say don't do it again. None of that. 30 days off rip.
Right.
I wouldn't fucking do it to her. It is what it is. So emotionally, I'm fucked up. I wasn't the type of father that was, come home at 5, have dinner, everyone go to bed. I was an
Right.
entrepreneur. I was with my kids all the time, living in Vegas with bread. We was out to dinner every single night, Chinatown, sushi, 5-star, greasy spoon spots, all that.
Right.
So without my children, I'm lost. I don't know who I am. But within a year, here's the thing. This is when it turned ugly. Within a year, I'm in another relationship and I have a son. And I'm
Okay.
getting older, and I know this is my last shot to have the boy. And I get it. That's when the divorce goes haywire.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
see, I had the 4 girls, we was chasing the boy. Now I had the boy with someone else. Fuck my whole shit up. So she went for blood after that, is what I'm trying to tell you. She went for blood.
You having a boy didn't fuck your whole shit up. You having a boy fucked her whole shit up.
Correct.
Now, yeah, it ain't fuck
Correct.
your whole
Not
shit up.
mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure our stories paralleling each other right here, and the difference is with my situation, I was just like 110% wrong all the way around the board, and I was constantly given the chance to rectify my affairs, and I didn't rectify my affairs. I thought that it was okay to do whatever it was I was doing because I was feeling however I was feeling in regards to like feeling like I was accomplishing something and feeling like, I got to rap about it actually. I said it. I said what I'm ready to say. I said, and when I said I used to feel smothered, but now I'm so mature and I understand you was protecting me in the storm. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, she used to tell me about my friends, the same friends that crossed me. She used to tell me about my dealings, the same dealings that get me caught up. She used to tell me about my energy, the same energy that, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And I used to think she was trying to control me and trying to push me or push me that way. When in reality, that wasn't even the case. Reality is she known me since I was 14 years old. And she know what type of people can be around me and can't be around me. She tell me for sure you can't be around other dominant men because you are never going to concede to them. You have to stay at a distance from them, and you have to have people around you that's willing to take direction and leadership. You don't my bad, bro. I don't even know where my phone at. Pardon me. I don't know where my phone at. But you got to take direction. You got to be around people that can take direction and leadership and stuff like that. And every time I went against that, I got hurt. So our stories parallel each other in the sense that I have 3 children. I have a daughter, 13. I have a son that's 9, and I have another daughter that's ready to be 2 in a couple days on the 21st.
All right.
A couple weeks rather. But where our story is parallel at is this: while I was going through my divorce, I allowed my son's mother to live with me because for whatever reason, we agreed that was better for her and that was better for him and that was better for me. And I felt like that was the right thing to do because I would have let anybody that need me stay in my situation, right? So I let her come. And then when I let her come, I think that threw everything off because I think maybe in her head she thought it was going to be something more than that, and it wasn't. And at the time I was dealing with someone and I ended up having a child by that person. When I had a child by that person, that's when everything went haywire. It just like I ain't seen my son in 3 years. Physically, I still haven't seen my son in 3 years. I see him on the FaceTime now and I gotta get to him. But physically, I still haven't seen him in 3 years. And going back and forth to Philadelphia, because that's the county he was born in, going back and forth, flying from the West Coast to the East Coast, going to court, knowing that if I pursue this court case and I'm found to be in the right and I get my son, I know that his mom is gonna get locked up. So now they put me in a position where as though I'm saying like I don't really want to pursue that. I gotta be patient now and see how I can figure this out for just without getting nobody locked up.
Right.
And at the same time, I still want to be a father. So like I understand the position that you put in through moving on and through developments in your life, and I understand the pain of divorce and things like that. The person always said me and your stories aren't alike, but they must didn't tune in when you was talking about the multiple businesses. Myself, my first business was a hot dog cart. My second business after that was a bookstore. My third business after that was a clothing store. My fourth business after that was a barber shop. Then I had a studio and I had a clothing line. And then I started investing into myself as a business. You understand? And then I went and I got a mobile detailing business. And now currently I have a mobile detailing business and I have a webcast and I do my music and I have my merchandise. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm always forever grinding. You know
Yeah,
that.
no doubt.
I let you into my personal space and you was able to see the reception and the energy in my household towards what I do and towards
No
what my
doubt. No doubt. And I appreciate that, bro. That's why I say
yeah,
you a real one.
it's a peaceful thing when you got somebody with you that's grinding. That's why I said in that regards, I was totally wrong because I was with somebody who had my back 110%. And I walked away for that person for people who I had they back 110%. And when the shit went haywire, the only person who had my back again was the person that I left
That you
alone.
left.
Exactly. So
Right.
it's no right in nothing. I don't care where her shortcomings was at. It's no right in it. And if I ever could forgive a person, if I ever could forgive a person on the internet or a person in the streets, why wouldn't I ever forgive the person that I'm laying down with for her shortcomings, whatever they may have been, if they was there truly in my heart? Why wouldn't I forgive her if I lay down with her every night? You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? And she said something to me that fucked me up. And she said, I understand that you so loyal to your friends, and I know you will never cross them. People don't know that about you, but I know you will never cross your friends. I said, no, I ain't crossing nobody. She said, but why you cross me? I'm your best friend.
Mm. Yeah,
She
no
fucked
doubt.
me up. She fucked me up with that one.
Straight
I ain't
up.
gonna
G. Yeah, I feel you on that. Believe me. And like you said, this is where our lives really, there's a big parallel right here. In all those revelations you came to, same. Same. But the only thing with me is my story is the best thing I ever did was get away from that bitch. You heard me?
mm-hmm,
That's a
mm-hmm,
Fendi. And
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? She a great person in her world. She ain't nothing
Yeah,
in my world. She
right,
had my back, but her love was conditional. If I fit
right,
in her box, she was with it. And I'm a
right.
big boss. I don't really listen to nobody. It's actually a detriment. I'm working on that. You feel me? But
Mm-hmm.
I can't listen to someone who wants to contain me. That's not the kind of advice I could rock with. So that is what it is. Like I said, she's successful. She cool. We're
Mm-hmm.
definitely not cool to this day. It's been 8 years. We do not speak. We tried a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work. But, moving on. Because I'm here to
Sometimes,
showcase the business. I want to inspire to you.
ain't no doubt. Let's go, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's 212, going through the divorce. I'm fucked
Mm-hmm.
up emotionally, all that shit. So I start buying real estate little by little. Got to get back on point. Full disclosure, you already know I had to touch the street to get the weight back up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it go. Took a couple of big fucking L's, bro. I'm still mad about them to this day, but I keep it moving. And then a chance meeting with someone in 2019. I meet this girl and I'm talking to her maybe 10 minutes, bro. She said, yo, what's your YouTube channel? I said, I don't got one. She said, where can I buy your books? I said, I ain't got no books. She said, well, then you full of shit. Then I don't want to talk to you nothing else. You wasting your life. Straight like that.
Right.
That day, bro, I think it's October 25th, 2019. It's on my page. I make a video. I make one video, put it on Instagram. Was not on social media. But I could feel the traction, bro. I feel it.
Right.
Motherfuckers holler like, yo, what the fuck, B? I know you. I met you here. I met you there. What the fuck? I don't know how I got around the people I know. I didn't understand how it worked, but
Social
a
media.
handful of people started encouraging me, and that was it. I just didn't stop, bro. Within 3 months, I'm doing fucking seminars and shit. 1 year later, it's a major, major stream of income. And all I do is, provide value, make videos with some information that people might like, sell merch, but the money definitely comes from the events and the one-on-one mentorship.
Yeah.
And, I do that. I do real estate. I'm still a serial entrepreneur. I still have
Right.
other endeavors. I broker a lot of shit. I put people together, get paid. So that's where I'm at currently.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think it's fair business practices to make a fair profit if you're giving out genuine information
Yeah.
and you're sticking to the industry standards, or if you're going outside of the industry standard, you have a reason to. But I think it's fair business practice to do what you need to do, man, and make your coins off this. We got 117 people in here currently viewing us right now.
All right.
It's fair business practice for me to say they are being entertained, and it's fair business practice for me to say, hey, in order for me to entertain you guys, I have to be paid. You get what I'm saying? And it's all about how I approach them for payment. That's when I get my payment. I say, hey, can you donate? If they
Yeah.
donate, they donate. If they don't, they don't. Fortunately, I have supporters that donate. My mom donate, my sisters, my supporters in the comments, my friends, they donate. And what I do is I'm able to give back like yourself. I know you give back too. And we'll get to that. But I'm able to give back. So as long as we doing what we need to do, what that lady was telling you, what she was telling you, if you don't have content, you don't have anything.
Right.
And that's what I had to learn. The moment I start giving them content is the moment the traction came back. Now I make traction. Every month I'm doing 300,000 views. So I'm doing 10,000 views a day.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm doing 10,000 views a day. When I'm doing 10,000 views a day, you got to understand, let's say if everybody that viewed my video gave me $1, that's $10,000 a day. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Do you know what I would do with that? I mean, $10,000. Yeah. Do you know what I would do with that? I would really be so giving so much of that back because I don't need that much to live in. Like, bro, like my family's simple. I ain't gonna lie. I don't never really want to live like in a sense of like just having like a big castle. I do want to break the financial, I want to say the financial cycle that's in my family that's plaguing us.
Right.
But I don't have a desire to live in a real big house. I have a desire to live in real big land with all my family around me.
No doubt.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I
like,
want to tap in right here and say something to people, man. Because like I said, I do this shit, man, to inspire the youth, to inspire anyone that wants something. That ultimately, I'm 47 years old, right? I done had the 7-figure bag many times. Blew it, got it back right now. The ultimate commodity we chasing is time and freedom. That's it. Money give you choices. That's it. The material shit, the first time you get money, you're going to blow the bag on it and realize it ain't you. I had all the big cribs and all that. All that shit is fucking maintenance, bro. Maintenance. Every month you worried about the payment, how big the goddamn grass is. Because if you live in them communities, the grass can't be more than a 1/4-inch thick and all that. Man, I ain't from none of that shit, man. I want a low maintenance, easy life. I want to be able to do what I want, eat what I want, get on a plane when I want. And that's the ultimate freedom. That's what I have now. Like my one-on-ones take me all over the country. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm in Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. I'm bringing investors out here. I'm buying property myself in Chi-Town. Next week, rather, I'm gonna be in Baltimore with my man Drew down there. We're gonna be putting plays together for people. So that's really when you chase
hold on.
success.
Now you going to Baltimore. Now I got some people down there. Now what you going down there? What you going down there in Baltimore to do, man?
I told you we putting plays together. We're gonna be presenting properties to the people, man, for investment, showing them the opportunity down there and plugging them in with the right people so they can execute. Because to your point, you said.
So listen, we do a lot of giving back on this show. I know that you got a lot going on. We do something on this show. It's fun. We do raffles, right?
All right.
Would you so happen to have a house to raffle off?
We might, bro. We may have a house down there to raffle off.
We may have a house to raffle.
We might have a house to raffle. We got to look at some numbers to make sure we straight. You feel me? We got to look at some numbers, but we can make that happen.
If we could raffle a house off, right? What would be the buy-in? How much would you think a ticket would be? Like the buy-in on the house, a house raffle. We talking about a raffle.
Look, I'm gonna give you a real number. But give me a guesstimation how many people would want to get involved in that raffle, and I'll give you a number.
Probably about 200.
200? Oh, we could go 500 a ticket then.
500 a ticket?
We could go 500 a ticket.
And a house. And the house would be move-in ready?
I don't know if it'd be move-in ready. We got to discuss if it's going to be investors or if it's going to be somebody who want to live there. I was thinking more the investor route. Like you get the crib, all you got to do is rehab it and flip it.
All right. No, let's talk. Let's talk because we might could do both. I don't see why we can't do both. Maybe we can do both. I don't know. Let's talk. That's a good idea. Legally, I just got to get with my legal team and see what we could do. I got a legal team now. So I got to get with my legal team and just see what we could do. But
I like that idea, man. I like that shit a lot because either way you helping somebody, either somebody moving into a crib to live or somebody about to make a grip from flipping it. Yeah,
they saying 250.
Listen, the people always gonna say, then let's go 400. If it's we need 400 people. If it's 250, I feel it.
Oh, hold up. Now we could do the raffle. That's one thing. Now listen, original real estate baller. Listen, OG.
Yeah.
Now Sai said we could do that, but he said after we do that, let's start a real estate investment group through partnership between the group. So we could go ahead and we could put all right. So maybe we could do a 250 raffle for the maybe we could do a 250 raffle for the house for the investment house, right? 200 people, 250 to put in, and we could see with the investment. Boom, we could do that, and then from there, maybe we can go ahead and tell them, look, we give you a 250 buy-in and you could buy in from there. So we could get the financial structure right, and we could look at a 30-year situation, and we could put somebody legitimately, no stock market. This ain't no stock market situation. This ain't no Bitcoin situation, but shout out to Bitcoin and shout out to the stock market because I got homies that's eating off it every day. Shout out to them. But I'm telling y'all, this is not a situation where you're going to lose your money. This is a situation where you're going to give money up and we're going to put a play together and we're going to make some money. Yeah, I'm with that. We can start a power. Yeah, we can start. Imagine if we had 1,000 people that gave $250 every month. So that's that's $250,000 capital that we could go in every month and get more real estate and get investments. We could get loans. We could get everything. Oh shit, dog.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, people is doing it, man. Crowdfunding, syndication, there's all kind of words, there's all kind of laws. It's all how you pitch it. But at the end of the day, when you're doing something organic and genuine for the people, it can be made right. Because you know what I mean? My legal team is solid as well. I only got 2 people on my team because that's all I need, right? My personal team is my accountant and my CPA and my lawyer. Outside of that, it's just employees. They're not.
Hey, I ain't worrying about the. I'm sorry, I ain't worrying about the number size. Less is more. Is plenty of us. He said it'd be 1,000 people in here when it's drama, but only 100 people for this kind. Less is more. Is plenty of us, bro. Believe me, 100 of us with $500 right now. That's $50,000. Less is more. Is plenty of us, bro.
It's true what he's saying, though, and that's just what it is, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yo, you got to turn your background down. I'm gonna take your call right quick.
I just cut it off. I just tuned in. What you doing, a raffle, or can you re-explain that drawing one more time, real quick, bro?
All right, so look, we ain't gonna do the raffle today, but what we was talking about was doing a house raffle, meaning like maybe we go get an investment property that's worth upwards of 25 to 30,000, and you put 200. We got to get 200 people to put $250 in, or you could buy more than one slot, but one slot is worth $250, so you could buy more than one slot. So we're gonna go ahead and do the raffle, and we go ahead and put the raffle in. Say if you put 750 in, that 750 might win you a motherfucking $25,000-$30,000 house.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely do that, yo. You on to something major with that shit, bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I knew you was gonna turn this shit up. I ain't expect that shit to turn up like that. That's crazy. Yeah, that sound like a move, bro. That sound like a move.
Yeah, so it is what it is. We're gonna figure it out, man. It's all about setting trends and being positive and progressive. Shit, you gotta build, you gotta lead your legacy brick by brick. Everything you do gotta be major. Everything you do gotta be major. So look, just tune in, man. Make sure you tuned in.
Yeah, I'm on here.
All right, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna get back to this conversation because I'm already cutting him off a million times. You know how I be doing my interviews. I be drunk while he was slaying. All right. Yeah, my bad, man. I be drunk. But no, I'm listening, man. So yeah, we can get to the house situation, but talk to me about, like, I'm pretty sure everybody that's in here want to know this. If they didn't know diddly squat about real estate, where do they really start at? And like what's a realistic expectation of a 5-year goal starting in real estate? Let's say with $10,000, because that seems to be the base thing people have going on. So let's say with $10,000, let's see what's going on.
All right, I'm about to answer. Give me 1 second. I'm doing something for the people right here, so so I could hang on 1 second. Oh, I see where I messed up here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, bang. That's it. All right. So I just want to tell everybody, man, I be putting my money where my mouth is. I just cash app the show. Go ahead and hit that cash app and support my
man, I appreciate you, bro. Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. You know,
man,
you can't ask people to do what you ain't doing. You feel me?
Yeah, ain't no doubt. And they know, listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They know I be building the pot up. I end up at the end of the show, man, I be giving shit back. You know what I mean? Like I need to get a green screen, and I need to get an air purifier, and it's a couple other things I need. But I just got the shirts. I got the shirts coming. I got a lot of stuff coming, man. I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in the company. I'm investing in us, man. I appreciate you for putting your money where your mouth at is and investing in us also, man. I definitely appreciate that. And shout out to King Tony. Shout out to King Tony also. Shout out to you, bro. And I had got a cash app from when I was asleep. And you know what I mean? Shout out to Mizzy. He got the sponsorship. So next shows that come, all his sponsorship gonna be in. You feel what I'm saying? But nah, man, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, man.
So your question is where to start in real estate, right?
Yeah.
It's so simple right now. I ain't got to talk about strategy. I ain't got to talk about nothing. The first step to everybody, get your goddamn credit together. Jesus, Lord. Without credit, you ain't doing shit.
Right.
Don't listen to none of them motherfuckers talking about no money down, no credit. That shit is straight work. If you wanted to work, you'd go get a job. All right?
Right.
You can wholesale. You can do all those things, but it's not easy. And you still need some knowledge. You know what I mean? When you call a lawyer's office, and you a wholesaler, you still got to have some game so people take you serious. So putting that aside, get your credit together, and people can holler at me directly, Original Real Estate Ballers or Credit Ballers on IG to get your credit.
Hold on.
Right?
I'll show you. Hold on. I'll show him right now. Hold on. Let me remove this banner. I'll show him right here.
Yeah.
Y'all can holler at him right there at Original Real Estate Ballers. Follow him on Instagram at Original Real Estate Ballers. Follow me on Instagram at The Shady Show. My subscribers is going up. The views is going up. The likes is going up. Guess what? That means the show going up. And I'm telling you, when we in the big studio and we doing our thing and we syndicate it and we across all the nation and all the world and we doing this thing, guess what? It's going to be because of y'all. And I appreciate y'all. Guys like Original Real Estate Ballers that get on this platform and drop gizang. So let's go, man. Real people.
Right, so here's the real. And again, I want people to understand I'm not trying to promote myself. Believe me, if you go to my page, you'll see I'm a wild motherfucker, and I just give it up to the people.
You can't win without.
Give it up for free. So you got to get your credit in order. But here's the thing. Right now, money has never been cheaper, and I mean in the history of the fucking planet. These FHA loans, it's easy to get qualified. It's low down payment, and you got the cheapest rates in history. All right. In the 80s, these young people don't know. Mortgage rates in the 80s was 12 to 20%, yo.
Right.
When I came in the game.
What does that mean in layman's terms?
All right, in layman's terms, for every dollar you borrowed, you was paying back $1.20. Where right now, for every dollar you borrow, you paying $1.03. So big difference. Big difference over 30 years. Right? So a payment on a house in the 80s, a $50,000 house, the payment might be the same today on a $200,000 house.
Hold up. I'm high. You said how many percent? 12%?
12 to 20% in the 80s. Yeah.
So that means for every dollar they give you, you paying 12 to 20 cents, not $1.20. Yeah, for every dollar they give you,
right?
If you paying 12% out that dollar, you paying either 12 cents or you going 20%, you paying 20 cents. So off every dollar they owe you. Yeah, because you said it the different way. I fucked up just now. I'm counting.
No, but I'm saying you paying back $1.20 because you never gave them.
Okay, so So let them know that. That's what. Exactly. You right. So the correlation between me and you, what we saying is, if you borrow $1 from them, without you when they give you that money, when you pay them back, you have to give them $1.20. That's what you're saying. Okay, all right. I'm on point. I'm like, the fuck.
So just to put in perspective,
so
the money is cheap, and remember, back in the day, it was conventional mortgage only, so that's 20% down. The average American today, if you had to save even 10% down, the average American is 13 years to save the money based on the living wage versus the cost of living. We fucked up. We all debts to slavery. So let me get through it. So it's cheap to get in. The money's cheap. So to all the young people, and I wish I didn't have an ego when I came up on money, I'd be much richer, is get yourself a multifamily and house hack. Because number one, you're going to have income. Number two, you're going to instantly be in the real estate business, whether you like it or not, because you're going to be a landlord. Number three, if your income is low, they take the rents from the other properties within the dwelling. They take 75% and they add that to your income. So more people can qualify than you think. The FICO score is fairly low. I believe it went back to 620 like the other day. So to get into real estate, There's no question in my mind. The play is get yourself a multifamily,
See where
house hack, live for free and collect rent. Use the FHA product. That's the best advice I could give today, getting in the game.
So you said 620 will get me in the game?
I believe so. I'm not a mortgage guy no more. You can't quote me on that, but I've read that it went back down.
I think I'm there. Let me check. I'm gonna check. As it went. Oh yeah.
Right? Okay.
So I'm trying, working. I'm building my shit. I'm building, man. I'm building day by day, man. Day by day.
Yeah.
But so the first thing you got to do is get your credit in order.
Got to.
Now,
no matter what.
The scary thing, and maybe I could touch on it more, so ask you, but the scary thing is everybody, they get scared when it comes to doing business because a lot of people who's never done business. So which I want to explain to you guys, doing business, number one, you cannot do legitimate business that's recognized by the United States of America with real estate without having an LLC or without having some type of insurance or some type of commercial structure that will protect you from personal liabilities. You can't legally do business in. With other things you could do things without an LLC, but with real estate you can't. So the first thing you need to do outside of getting your credit when you stepping into doing business is you need to get your real estate, you need to get your LLC together. Once you get your LLC together, you go ahead and you get everything you need as far as like your PO box or wherever the business is going to be established at. You connect that with all the emails you need to connect it with all the bank accounts you need to connect it with, register with Duns and Bradstreet. And once you do that, you start opening up business. You start opening up lines of credit with different people. Small stuff, you know what I mean? It don't gotta be nothing big. Once you do that, you establish that credit score and you keep that credit score at 50. That's the credit score that you're coming in with when you're doing
paydex.
That's your paydex. That's your paydex score. That's a credit score. And y'all need to pay attention to that. You got to make sure you got your number. You got to make sure you registered in the motherfucking in the white pages and the yellow pages and stuff like that. And make sure you a Google verified business. So when you're doing business, you could do business and people could respect the business that you're doing. Make sure you get your website. Make sure you get your business cards and make sure you get your presentation together. Packaging is everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me touch on that real quick, man. Because I don't really feel like I dropped no gems in this session. I feel like I told my life story, but I'm gonna drop a gem right now. And I want people to know this what the brother's saying about your LLCs and your corps is 100, right? But the scenario I gave you about using FHA, that's the quick start. You don't need none of that to do an FHA loan, and FHA doesn't allow you the title to LLCs or S corps. But here's what I want to say about LLCs, and this is something people will be surprised at. The word LLC became very popular on social media. Everybody says get an L. Even dudes that I love and I rock with, and they make millions of dollars a year. LLC, LLC, LLC. Because I have an accounting background, I can tell you, an LLC, there is zero benefits to having one. That's number one. There's no tax benefit, and it's really for partnership. So number one, if you're an LLC and you're by yourself, you have absolutely no asset protection and you have no tax benefit. That shit is just like a schedule sheet on your taxes. If you have a partner, right? If you have a partner in your LLC, now you have asset protection, but you're operating as a C Corp in regards to how the IRS views you. So you got to take your LLC with your partner and file what's called an S election. Once you're operating as an S Corp, then you get all the tax benefits. So what I want to tell people is
about protection.
An LLC by itself means absolutely shit. You just wasted your money. If you don't have a partner, it means nothing.
So that's what I want to ask you. So when you get an LLC, the language behind getting an LLC is that you establish a protection between your personal self and your business. You have your own. You hold on for a second.
That's not true. That's not true. That's what a corporation does. See, an LLC is not a corporation. LLC is
so you take it once you take it corporate, once you get an S corp, or once you transform it, or once you what you call that, once you take it to whatever one of the corporations, that's where you get that protection at.
When in an LLC, you get that protection when you bring in a partner.
Okay.
See, Now, a regular corporation, like when y'all see Inc., you know, ABC Inc., as opposed to ABC LLC.
Okay.
Once you're an Inc., every corporation starts as a C. In a C, you get hit with double taxation. So the corporation makes money, you get taxed. You make money as an officer of the corp, you get taxed. So what you do is you file an S election. Now you're only getting taxed on the personal side, not in the corp, right?
Right.
But those entities, incorporations, separate your personal life from your business life immediately. They offer asset protection immediately. An LLC is designed to bring partners in and out. That's why you have what's called an operating agreement. Right. So LLP is limited liability partnerships. That's like for doctors, lawyers, and CPAs who have a group. Right. LLC, a lot of real estate people like to use it because you're moving partners in and out, financial partners, this and that. But again, it became popular on the gram. It became popular on social media. If you talk to an accountant, they'll tell you the same. There's nothing exclusive about an LLC.
You're the first person that said that, but I'm taking it because at the end of the day, man, I'm sopping up game. You like you said, this the gems that you dropping. So I ain't ready to sit here and go back and forth. I'm gonna go research it myself.
Oh yeah, research. And listen, I don't already challenge.
No, because it ain't the challenge. It ain't even the challenge. It's so I could go ahead and do what I need to do to protect myself.
No doubt. But I'm talking about other people with much bigger platforms than me have argued it out with me. I'm like, bro, you can't take my stripes off my uniform, man.
I'm gonna go research it. Yeah, I'm gonna go research it. So let me ask you this. The next question I'm gonna have to ask you is, how can I transition all of my LLCs over to S corps? How can I make that transition so I can have that protection that you're saying I need and that I think I have with an LLC?
Let me get the name. I believe it's the 2543, but I want to make sure because we talking to people here.
Right. Let me see. I might.
What's called an S election, and I believe it's IRS form 2543. Yeah. Election Small Business Corporation. So IRS form 2543, you file that to the IRS. They send a letter back. We've accepted your election. Now, it's important for me to tell y'all this. Let's say y'all had a C Corp or an LLC operating for many years and you're getting hit with that double taxation, right?
Right.
The IRS has the right to reject you. They can say, hell no, you ain't switching to S election now. Because they already been banging you for years. So they could. Doesn't mean they're gonna, but they have the power to do so. So I tell everyone it's best to file your S election right away before your first tax return.
Let me see if I could do that. Yeah. Because I be forming my own LLCs.
Me too. Off rip. Or just go to Secretary of State. It's easy.
Let me see. Should just go to Secretary of State?
Mm-hmm. Secretary of State. I'm just saying, that's why I form all my entities. As far as the form, you just Google that. It's a PDF that pops up. You can download it.
Yeah, I go to ink file. I do ink file.
Yeah, you go to Secretary of State, it's cheaper. Like $125.
All right. See, I'm opening up right now. But go ahead though. I'm listening at the same time. I'm just looking. I'm opening up.
Yeah. All right. So back to real estate, because like I said, I don't feel like we talked about real estate all that much. But so in terms of people getting out the game that really want it, that's the easiest way in, man. Use an FHA product, live for free, become a landlord, all in one play. You know.
Right.
Now back to what you're saying. So now I got like 200 plus people I worked with last year. Right.
Right.
So the number one thing that happens is I give up the game, right? And then they're stuck. They either don't have the credit, they don't have the money, or both. Then I feel like shit. Because what the fuck you paying for information if you can't execute, right?
Right.
So that's what brought me to the credit game and the business credit game. Now, again, back in 2006 when I started this, I was doing this in Vegas. So I said, all right, anybody who fuck with me in 2021, I got to get their credit straight, and I got to get them some money in their pocket. That's what I mean, because without that, you can't do it. So that goes back to what you mentioned. Getting your corporation right, registering with Dun & Bradstreet, phone number, blah, 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 blah. We get all that straight, and then I get my people what's called business financing or corporate credit, whatever you want to call it. Generally speaking, without getting too heavy in it, it's a bunch of credit cards, anywhere from 75,000 to 200,000, depending how strong your file is, etc. And then you liquidate that money. You use that money to get into real estate. Why this shit is fire, super fire?
Go off this joint. You know, I'm being right with you.
Listen, why that shit is fire is because once you get those business credit cards, even though they work exactly like your personal, such as Chase, B of A, Amex, all that, Navy Federal, it never shows up on your personal credit. So you can max out 100, 150 grand and your DTI and your utilization is still lit because all your personal shit is zero. You got all the money over here. The other caveat is when you get business credit, it's usually introductory. It's like 12 to 18 months interest free. So you use that money to get into deals, you flip the money out, you pay the shit back, you keep your profit, you keep running. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm gonna get in. So you telling me just with a 620 credit score, I can get in?
You could get in the real estate game. You can't get into you can't really get into corporate credit heavy. You'll get some credit, but you're not gonna get, like 75 to 200 grand, not with a 620. But
Okay. How can I come to you? I'm saying I'm speaking for myself personally, and I'm speaking for people that's on here because I know they're gonna hit your DM.
So first thing we would do if you came to me is we take a look, we would analyze the credit report, and we scrape off all the negative, right? And now since we're getting into it, now I'll start capping because I'll be talking my shit. People use a bunch of fucking dated draconian techniques, sending letters and all that shit. We use the USC code, man. The whole credit reporting game is illegal. So I don't give a fuck who owed the money. Is it really my account? Oh, they got 30 days to take it off. That's all game. That's bullshit. These credit bureaus are billion-dollar corporations. They don't have to do shit. Because if they don't, what you going to do about it? What you going to sue them? $1 billion? You already know you ain't got no bread. Your credit fucked up.
Right.
So you use the law to get the shit deleted. Delete it. Not taking off late. Throw the whole fucking account away. The whole fucking credit file away. And then we rebuild the credit file on what's left. That's how we do it. So what you do to then build it up is we add credit products. I don't sell them, but I tell people where to get them. You add credit products. You build the data points in your file. Now your file is strong. And then you go out and apply for shit. Mm-hmm. That's how that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so I appreciate you dropping that, man. I appreciate you giving that to the people because I know for sure it's people out there that's watching and they paying attention and they tuned all the way in. They see what you got going on. I'm sitting back and I'm just, at this point in my life, man, every risk I'm taking is a legal one. I'm only taking risks as far as like calculating whether I'm going to win or lose financially or like something like that. It don't got nothing to do with legality or anything like that because I'm doing all legal shit. But that's you making me think about some things right there because I definitely had a capital and a credit to really entertain this conversation. You know what I mean? So I look at that and look at the fact that my wife is a loan signing officer. So it's like, with that being said, it's like, shit, man. Yeah, I'm gonna entertain this conversation. I ain't gonna
I want to say something else to the people that's listening that want to get their shit together. It's like, yo, listen, I don't blame nobody for not trusting people. We've been getting taken advantage of, bro, from the beginning of fucking time. They've been giving us the short end of the stick. Your motherfucking brother will kill you in the street, fuck you for money on the credit report, all that. Get with somebody credible. Get with someone maybe you have a relationship you trust, or get with somebody that there's a strong referral. Somebody you fuck with, got with them and got their credit straight. Because believe me, there's a lot of people out there doing it, man, that they string you along 3-6 months, then they disappear. And that's why so many people are reluctant. So I just want to say, I don't blame y'all. I'm not going to tell you, yeah, man, you got to be more trusting. Hell no. They still taking advantage of us in every way, shape, or form. Reference out who you're going to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit together. That's the first step. Because no matter what, We all need credit. This is a capitalist system that runs on debt. Debt needs a credit reference, whether it's your corporation or yourself. Someone has to say this person pays bills so we can extend them credit, and you're going to need it anyway.
Yeah, that's for sure. Cash money ain't gonna get you everywhere.
Nah,
that's gonna get you hurt.
Exactly.
So man, with that being said, because I know you offer courses, I know you offer one-on-one sessions, and you travel, you do seminars, and you give speeches, and you do things like that, right?
All that.
Talk to, like, this your platform. Like, when I bring you in my house, this your house too. You feel what I'm saying? Make yourself at home, man. I'm gonna go ahead spark that up right there, and I want you to talk to the people and let them know what you got going on for them, man, and how they can get in contact with you, man.
All right. So currently, you can catch me at Original Real Estate Ballers or Credit Ballers on IG. Those are the platforms. That's the platform I'm mostly on. You hit me in the DM on the Real Estate Ballers account, I'm gonna get back to you ASAP. As far as what I offer, so I definitely do one-on-one sessions for people who need business mentoring, financial mentoring, real estate mentoring, right? So if you need to get in an investment, you need to get in even your first home. First home shit I do for free, just so y'all know. So if y'all want to holler at me, that's 100% free. I ain't trying to make no bread or somebody trying to better their life. Never that. Investments, yeah. You want to flip, you want to be a landlord, I got programs for that. I got one-on-one for that. Financial, you need to get your shit in order, run your household tight, goal setting, all that. I got that. Now,
they said, what if you don't got an IG page?
What's that?
They said, what if they don't have IG? They trying to get in contact with you.
Man, listen. What else am I on? Man, join IG. What can I tell you? If I can help you with the problem, you gotta make the effort. You gotta do something.
Ain't no doubt.
Join
IG
for free. But
yeah,
you know
join IG. Yeah, join IG. But go ahead though.
Or join IG. Just DM me. Say, yo, I seen you on the show, man. Help me out.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
real
a good,
like that.
that's a good percent. Yeah, meet me halfway with this handshake.
Word up. So fast forward in 2021, the project I got is called Monopoly Money. Monopoly Money starts as an education on what money really is. Money is actually shit. We live in America where we have a fiat dollar. So that means the dollar in America is worth nothing except the guns we have behind it. We tell the world what the fuck it's worth. It has no value. It's not on the gold standard. They print it. They don't give a fuck. Federal taxes is fake. They say we got to pay taxes to maintain the roads and all that. That's all a fucking lie. They take the money, they trick it off, they put it in the stock market to artificially inflate it. That's another story. So what I got found from working with over 200 people last year is people are actually scared of money. They're scared of the numbers. People don't know that $30 is the same as 30 million. It's just zeros. It has no fucking value. It's just digital and it's just in your mind. So once you understand money has no value, you start to move like that. You can really play chess. Money has so much emotion tied to it. That's why we run and buy a car and jewelry and not a house, because nobody can see the house. We want to show the people what the fuck they can see, because that's how we see money, as things to get material. Money ain't nothing but leverage. So the education behind monopoly money and how we've been fucked through technology is what the initial part of the program is. While you going through my program, I'm going to get your credit in order and I'm going to get you business financing. So when you come out of my program, now I put you in a position that at least you can play, at least you can execute. I could give you the whole game, but without credit and money, you just going to be like, yeah, that shit was fire. That shit, he dropped gems. There's no value in that for me. I don't want to just drop gems. I want to see people win. And I did have a lot of fucking winners last year, man. A lot of my young boys executed. They flipping houses. Some of them got together and made a little group so they could, you know what I mean, pile their money together. So I'm super proud, man, of my mentees from last year, but not enough people were able to execute because they didn't have their toolbox in order. And that's what monopoly money is about.
Oh man, yeah. I'm looking to play ball on some shit. I ain't even gonna lie. I know I got 2,500 to go in the pot. I know I got 2,500 to go in the pot on the investment group with maybe like 10 people. I know I get together with like 10, no more than 15 at this moment, just starting out. I know I get with like 15 people. We all got 2,500 to put up. We put up that 2,500. You know what I mean? We come out of that joint with what's that? 25, that's 12, so 37, but 37.5. We come out of that situation with 37.5, and that's cash money. And then we put everything together the way we need to put it together. We take that to the bank, and we can go and get a loan against all that. You feel what I'm saying? We can go and build some credit. We can go and build a history, get a loan with all that. We can. How much can we get with $35,000 cash?
What kind of loan you talking about though?
We talking about an investment loan.
Oh, with 35,000, I'm saying to buy property though, right?
Yeah.
With 35,000 is 10%, so you could get, you know, technically speaking, let's say 350,000. You could leverage 350,000 against that. Technically speaking.
Okay, so me and about 15 people if we put 2,500 in, we could be sitting on 350,000.
Yeah, but it has to be tied to a hard asset. So they'll lend you that money based on a building.
Based on a bit, like us buying the building, like taking that money and buying the building. Yep. Like can't just money and run wild with it.
Yeah, no, like you can't just put up that money and then get a loan. People be saying that, but you got to have real financials behind that.
Yeah, so you put the money up, and so you put the money up. We put the money up. Boom. We go ahead and we get the loan. We secure the house because we got the loan for the house, right? Boom, or whatever. We secure the real estate.
Right.
We take that and we do whatever deal we get, and we break it down and we go right back in.
Yeah, you could flip it or you can buy and hold. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just that simple. Mm-hmm. Just that simple.
There's other parameters, but generally speaking, yeah. Generally speaking, the first thing you need is the bread. Right? Yeah. Once you got the bread, then you take who in the crew got the best credit and the best look. Right? Because the bank still want to see something, no matter who it is, whether it's private money, hard money, or a bank. But everybody brings something to the table. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to tell you it's that simple, but I'm going to tell you it could definitely happen.
You know what? I might get with them. I might select 15 individuals and tell them, look, this year right here, all 2021, we're gonna put together a protected bank account where nobody can't get in it, and we're gonna raise this money. All the extra money we got, just gonna put into this shit. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna do it. And I might get with them individuals, and then in 2022, or if we gotta wait till 2022, but in 2021 or whenever we're ready, rather I should say that, inshallah, whenever we're ready, I'm gonna revisit this conversation in the manner of, yo, I'm ready to go ahead and make that power play, because I think that's something that you take myself and others to a different stratosphere in life. That's something different. See, you breaking it down to me. I got friends that do real estate, and I don't think they talk and they do their real estate and they do their numbers, but the way they communicate with me and the way you communicating with me is on two different levels. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And even though relatively y'all do the same things, it's just the communication things. It's like who can understand who. Some people understand other people differently. Right now, I'm understanding you a little bit more differently than I understand other people. Right now, you got, because I'm gonna tell you what my pitfall in real estate was. I had bought a crib for like $3,500 back in I want to say 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a two-story crib, 4 bedrooms, big tall ceilings, everything. It was on 33rd. It was in Philadelphia on 33rd, like Cumberland, on 33rd Street. And I put probably like $25,000 in that crib. I got it gutted out, got it framed out. I had all the material in there. I was proceeding with getting everything done. And I had somebody that pulled up and wanted to buy the house off me right there for $50,000 because of the area.
Right.
And I said, all right, let's go. So we went to go do the deal. When we went to go do the deal, I found out that it had an $18,000 water bill on it. And back taxes also. At the time, Philadelphia put all the liens and things like that and probate with these lawyers. And the lawyers, they wasn't doing like agreements no more. They wanted the full payments. It's either you got the full payment or the way the city did it was like this. Look, we let y'all take care of it. Y'all either get the money or sell it. And that's the position that the two lawyers was taking it. They was either, you gonna give us the money or we gonna sell it to somebody who could clear the debt. Either way, is one or the other with you.
Yeah.
I mean, and I didn't have that much money to go in again and give them all at one time.
Gotcha.
So I losing all of my money in that deal. And then when I ride by, and I'm in Philly, I ride by, I look at the porch and everything, what I got done. and everything. I really like put a lot of money in that property, and I lost. And when I lost my love for real estate.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, I definitely understand that.
I walked into that situation with everything thinking that this could change my life, and then I just lost everything. I had to walk away. You're like, I roofed the keys. Remember, I threw the keys on the roof.
Yeah. And again, that's a good lesson for people who want to start, man, in reference to getting some type of mentorship, man. And I'm not talking about buying big packages, from motherfuckers like me, because my plays come with a lot of shit. But get with someone who has executed and start to learn from them. And if they want to charge you, it is what it is, man. Lawyers charge, doctors charge. It is what it is. Like, you can't knock nobody. But, if you're trying to buy your first time house, there's enough information out there. You don't really need a mentor, man. Just do your research to avoid pitfalls like that, because you will get jaded and bitter very quickly, man. It's a cold motherfucking world. Bundle up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, ain't no doubt. So that's kind of what happened to me. And from there, I watched the real estate seminar off, and watched a lot of people turn toward making more money than is actually making off real estate.
Right.
And it scared me because I went through the same thing with the drop shipping business. And I studied drop shipping for about 2 years, and I know about drop shipping. I know the ins and outs of SEO marketing. I know the ins and outs of a lot of that stuff. I really need a team around me so that I could sit down and I could teach them, so that I could relax and I could take a breath, and then we can get a lot of things done. But I know a lot of things. I could build websites and everything now. So what I was saying, I got lost. My bad. I looked over at the side. They said, "What is the law about the credit report?" And that lost me. What is that law?
I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
The bottom line about the credit report is credit reporting is actually illegal. You cannot, first of all, let me break it down how deep it is. If you look at the Social Security Administration website, it says to give your Social Security to no one, including police officer. So how the fuck we use our Social Security number for credit, for the doctor, for school, for this, for that? We throw that shit around like it's nothing. So to report a negative item based on an instrument of credit is actually illegal. Credit, when it's extended, can only be paid in cash. Can't be wire or check. So you use all these laws to get the shit off. But that, when I say it's a deeper conversation, I could go 8 hours with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, that's just the play that we use. I just want to put it out to people that when we repair credit, we don't repair.
I think I'm gonna put a panel together of my people that's conscious of these type of conversations, like UCC law, fictitious law, and
all
things
that,
like
straw man, all that.
Personally, I think I'm gonna put a panel together us and have that conversation. You know what I mean? We can have that real conversation, because I think the viewership will benefit from that conversation tremendously. Yeah. Especially, hope nobody don't kill me about it. God damn.
You know listen, let me tell you something. You see, you said UCC.
Yeah.
I said USC.
Yeah.
The UCC shit get you killed. The United States Code is still good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's real though, bro, because I had players. One of my mans in Dallas was teaching this shit in a hotel room. Next thing you know, his crib got raided. He dead.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
That sovereign citizen shit, bro.
Yeah, fuck that. We off it.
I'm just saying they don't like that shit. That's that UCC shit.
That's why I ran from it before, man. The shit had me almost going crazy, bro. I almost lost my mind, bro. I almost lost my shit. You hear me?
I'm trying to tell you, man. They tripping off that shit.
It took a lot for me to get back to the Matrix, bro. It took a lot for me to come back in the Matrix, man. I was gone. I was out the Matrix, bro. Definitely. I was all the way out the Matrix, bro. I was gone, bro. It took a lot for me to get back. I'm gonna stay here. I ain't taking that other pill. I'm gonna keep this. I want to see the lady in the red dress walk by. Fuck that. You know what I mean?
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Believe that. That's crazy on that other side, man. But yo, I gotta wrap up, bro, because I gotta get on a call in 15 minutes. You feel me?
Check this out, man. I appreciate you, Fox. You hear me? You always welcome to this platform, man. You got my personal number. You got my Instagram. You know how to contact me, man. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to put a play together, and I'm going to go to people and I'm going to see if we can get some paper together, and then we can put an investment group together, because I would like to come back to you and put a plan of action together so that we could bring into fruition, investment groups on a level of just connecting. Like, we never even had to meet each other physically. You know what I mean? In this digital space, we could get a lot done.
Right.
So I want to show people that just in this square right here, The conversation is constructive and it's positive. It could be anything other than this, but it's not this. It's what it is right now.
Yeah.
So for the people that's here, that stayed, that came and joined, thank you guys. For the people that left, thank you guys for coming. For the people that didn't come, that only come from the drama, thank you. I appreciate you not being here too, because this wasn't no drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So less is more. It's plenty of us. Effectively, it's 107 people in here. If 107 people put up $2,500, we would have 25,000. What's that? 25,000 plus 1250, 37. What we had? Like 37,000.
Nah, way more than that. You said 2,500. Look, you said 107 people, right?
Yeah.
At $2,500 is 267,500.
Oh yeah. Look at
That's a lot
that.
of bread.
Look at that. Look at
You
that.
changed the game though.
So if 100 people, wow. No, go back to that. Go back to that. 2,500 times 100.
2,500 times 107. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 267,500.
Oh shit. Now you got me on the numbers this time. You got me. Stick around long enough, you get bopped in the head.
Yeah. But I'm good with the numbers, B. That's one thing. But listen, man, let me say
All
the same
right,
to you. Number
go
one, I want to tell the people, everybody who tuned in, thank you. If I was of any service of you today, pass that service on to someone else, because that's all it is. Number two, I give all praises due to Allah. I'm nothing without God. You know what I mean? And number three, thank you, brother, for inviting me into your home, your family life, your personal story, your platform, man. I salute you. You're a real one. We're going to do some things this year.
We're at, man. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, man. You hit me up.
Salam, brother.
All right, bro. Yo, man. That was a dynamic interview with Shy Fox. Y'all make sure y'all follow him on Instagram at Original Real Estate Ballers with an S. That was a lot of information to take in, man. That was a lot of information. And I could see us pulling together. See, that's the benefit of this platform. I really feel like I'm sitting with all of y'all individually. You know what I mean? So if I got 115 people in here and there's 70 people liking it, then I feel like I'm sitting with 70 people and I'm not sitting with everyone else. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm sitting with the 70 people that's observing me, who like the situation. And for the people that's undecided, I don't have any problem with them, but I don't have any concern with them. They're here because they're concerned with what I got going on. You understand what I'm saying? And I understand that dynamics, and I can't let that, go outside of my mental. If a person is here and they're not liking the video, I can't be concerned with them. They're concerned with me. But on to the positive. Excuse me. So rude. On to the positive. I really feel like if we put things in place, a real corporate structure, if we put a real security in place to pool our financial resources together, and when we create buying power, I think that was the greatest thing that I could put together in regards to the Shady Show. Because what that would do is it will be in position to do something maybe a lot of us have never done. You understand what I'm saying? And $2,500 is a lot of money, despite people thinking it's not a lot. It's not a lot. No, it is a lot. For some people, they've never had $2,500 at one time. For some people, they got $2,500 right now, and they've been holding it just for this opportunity. For some people, they just went and spent money on sneakers with $2,500. With some people, you understand what I'm saying? So we could do groups of 15. And then later we could do pockets like 15 over here, 15 over here, 15 over here, 15 over here. And then later, maybe we could come together collectively. That's 45 people putting in $2,500. Let me see. No, I don't know what he was counting. Let me see. 100 times 2,500. Okay. All right. 250,000. Now, oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. No, I see what I'm doing. I'm doing a whole different equation. But nonetheless, yeah, no, we can pull our resources together. We can get together. Obviously, I won't be the motherfucking accountant, but we can get some CPAs together. We can get some realtors together, some real estate developers together, investment group together, and we can figure out what we can do. Why shouldn't we be able to do when everyone else does it? Everyone else got investment groups. They have they have conferences. They fly in. They all do the corporate thing. They go eat together. They take vacations together on some corporate shit. Why we just gotta be thugging on the corner? Like, why we just gotta meet up on the corner? I ain't never coming to meet nobody on the corner. You can't even get me to pull up on your block. It's never gonna happen. Not in this life. Nobody's getting me to pull up. Yo, Shady, won't you pull up to my block? No, I'm not shooting a video on the block. I'm shooting a video on the hotel. I'm shooting a video in the isolated area. I'm shooting a video on the city block, but not that block. No block I could get hurt on. None. You're done. I don't want my cameraman to get hurt. I don't want my entourage to get hurt. I don't want my family to be hurt. And I don't want to hurt nobody, quite frankly. Yeah, so, no, man, this episode was a powerful episode, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Thanks for the cash apps. I'm gonna get back with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself together. I'm gonna get back with you guys, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. Tonight I should be coming back tonight. Oh, before I go, do you guys want to do the raffle tonight? Let me know. Call in. I'm gonna open up the call lines right quick. Okay, it's this one. How the fuck I get my number? Okay. 480. Open up the call lines right quick. 480-382-029. Boom. I can call in right quick. All right, Don. Okay, Ant-Man. Yeah, man. Quality interviews. Yeah, y'all go ahead and hit the line right quick. Let me know if y'all want me to do the raffle. Or let me know in the comments. You ain't got to necessarily call in. Just let me know in the comments. Or just hit that line and see what's what. All right, I'm going, y'all.